Welcome to 3-Point Conversion, everyone, for TSN 1150 and TSN1150.ca. I'm Marshall Ferguson from sunny Ron Joyce Stadium. Speedy B is back. He was on the sidelines, of course, in the preseason game against the Toronto Argonauts. He's found a way to be able to get back. He's done with all the family issues he was dealing with down in North Carolina. He spoke to the media today, said, first things first, I'll get my legs back by tomorrow. Second thing, I'm happy to be back. I felt really uncomfortable being at home, being away from the football environment that he knows he's a big part of this team, and he's happy to be back in the lineup. Now, you can expect to see him, I would think, on Friday because he feels fairly comfortable. It's not as though he has a large part in the offense. He's a big special team player. Expect to see him on punt returns a couple of times, which I know will excite everyone down at Tim Hortons Field, but he's back in the fold. He's ready to go. He's healthy, and he's motivated. That's a great thing for the black and gold. The first sign of nerves so far in 2016 when it comes to the injury report might be at the boundary cornerback position. Of course, that's a spot that the Tiger Cats need to fill. They've been struggling to fill it since Delvin Breaux left for the New Orleans Saints a couple of years ago. And today, unfortunately, Demond Washington went down with an injury. Not sure how bad it is. Of course, that will come out in the next couple of days. But they're already dealing with Chase Minifield getting hurt in that first preseason game, and of course having Cleyshawn Page out as well to begin the preseason. So that's three big names. And Demond Washington was a big free agency signing coming over from the Winnipeg Blue Bombers because he's played a lot of CFL reps. He's an international, but he's got a ton of experience in this league, and so they need him dearly moving forward. We'll see how bad the injury is, but they might have to find some answers and possibly think about moving a Mike Daly or a Courtney Stephen around in order to change the ratio and being able to bring in an American at a different position. We'll see how it affects the lineup as we move closer and closer to the second preseason game against Ottawa on Friday evening. The coaches refuse to let the players settle in here, as after the first preseason game you would expect, we have to go back out on the field. They had one off day where they actually had the CarStar Community Open House down at Tim Hortons Field, which I hope everyone enjoyed. But they were back on the field this morning, and it was a long practice. It was not one of the short abbreviated ones. They likely have to go hard today, tomorrow, and then they'll start to settle in at the back end of the week and start to get their legs back as they head for the second preseason game. Now, keep this in mind. If you think that the Tiger Cats' schedule is short going into their preseason game against the Ottawa Redblacks, the Ottawa Redblacks don't play until tonight. That means that you're going to have basically a recovery day tomorrow for the Redblacks. They'll have one day to prep on Wednesday, and then they're already off their feet on Thursday with a walkthrough. Then they come to Hamilton on Friday. It's game time. Now, how much that'll impact the second preseason game, how much more burst you might see, I could see Brandon Banks taking one house, because if you are on tired legs in the second preseason game on 1 day's rest, that's not a great spot for the Redblacks. But the coaching staff here, they cranked it up today. It was loud, it was intense. On one play, 18th overall draft pick out of Southern University, Mike Jones, was on the backside of a play as a pass completed on the far side of the field, and he was just kind of watching. Corey Grant, running backs coach, ran the length of the field, screamed ahead, said, "Come with me," and made him chase the play all the way across, trying to put that into Mike Jones as a young player in the CFL, that you have to follow the ball wherever it goes. And at the end of the